All right. Well. We are live. UFC 319 fight week. Boy, am I ready. I wish it was already Saturday. Bum, 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 bum. Boom. Get that out of here. Now let's share it. Share it to the channel. Okay. What up, what up, what up? There we go. Live chat. UFC 319. Yo, yo, yo. Come on. Load. Boom. There we go. Perfect. Play Grand Theft Auto on my PC. No. Yum, yum, yum. Here we go. God, this card is so good. So good. Contender Series tomorrow. Make picks. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Oh, wait a second. That guy 0-4? Sure was. That's not good. Yeah, I'm gonna go that guy. What up, what up, what up? What's going on? How is it? Oops. How is everybody doing? Yo, yo, yo. UFC 319. Oh boy. Oh boy, am I excited for this card. Slap that like button. Appreciate you. Slap that like button. Pretty good. Pretty good. Tired, but nothing not common, to be honest. Oh. How about you? Boom. Cat painting, thank you. Thank you. Yep, excited for the Contender Series. That's something we're going to be watching tomorrow night. After it airs, I'll be at work when it's live, but I will be live when I go live. That is something we're going to be watching together. Again, I can't watch it live because I'm at work. So, either way, that's something we're doing tomorrow. And then we got Trice's card. Ooh, baby. How long did it take you to grow your hair out and beard and hair? Not terribly long. Hair I've had for a little while. But Crafty, what's up? Son, what's up? Hope you guys are doing well. Small kids, what's up? What's up? Super chats are always welcome. I appreciate you. Appreciate all your guys' support. On our way to 5,000 subs. I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Or Yuri. Khalil or Yuri. I like Yuri. Or I mean Khalil. Jesus. Yeah, I think Yuri wins. I like his accuracy. I like his patience. Yeah, I like it a lot. I did sub for you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Helps out a ton. Thank you so much. Yeah, I really, really like this card. All of my breakdowns are already out. I got them out last night, or I guess this morning. Chimaev, Dreisaitl card, Dreisaitl breakdown is going really well right now. So I really do appreciate you guys for that. Make sure you please slapping that like button so YouTube pushes out a little bit more. Am I Amish? Not at all. Not Amish even a little bit. What's your opinion on Justin versus Ilya? Ilya smashes them. Not really competitive. I'm debating how much to bet on Dreisaitl to win. Any ideas? Personally, the biggest thing for me is inside the distance. If you're going to bet, that's the way to go. Okay, sorry I have to go, but I hope you have a great day. You too. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, if you guys can, slap that like button. It helps out so much. Super chats are very welcome. YouTube payout is not great. Look like Thor? Appreciate you. Not Amish at all. But, okay. Don't be sad you can't grow hair. Don't be upset. Amish. They have their mustaches like shaved. It's just this. I don't have that. Clearly. Clearly. And the hammer. Yeah, people are getting real sensitive about me picking Dreisaitl. Okay. Okay. Oh, Jesus, that's 1-2 in Whitaker's last 3 fights. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, we'll be live for as long as you guys keep coming in. We're gonna be live. Hear about Fig versus Oliveira. Who do you think would win that? Fig. Figueiredo? Who are you talking about? You listen to Amish group Texan Dynasty? No idea who that is. Never heard of them. No, that fight would never happen. Dude, I want DDP to win. Is getting mauled and finished. He's actually so bad defensively. I mean, sure. I mean, sure. But he overwhelms everyone he fights, especially after the nose surgery. You're not going to bully Dreisaitl. Will Hamzat get him down? Absolutely. But in order to beat Dreisaitl, I think you have to bully him or catch him. The only way Chimaev wins is early. Indington, hello? What's up? What's up? George Bush? We're not getting political now. We're talking about fights. Talking about fights. Carlos versus Reyes. Who do I have in that fight? Reyes. Carlos has looked terrible in his last few fights. So bad. So bad. He has not looked good in a few fights. Reyes, I think, is faster, and he's looked good. I don't know if he'll become champion, but he's looked good. What the fuck has he overwhelmed? Is he Strickland, Whitaker, or Scrubs in the comparison to Chimaev? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Are Scrubs? Dude, Chimaev has one good round. He didn't look good after the first round with Usman. What are you talking about? Usman took it on like 4 days' notice in a different weight class. Get the fuck out of here. You look like if Brock Lesnar and Daniel Bryan had a baby boy with Triple H as your grandpa. Okay. Amish UFC or Amish boxing. Dude, Strickland and Izzy Whitaker suck. Usman is much better than them. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. What a stupid thing to say. What a stupid thing to say. Usman is better than Strickland and Izzy. Strickland's not great, but that's crazy. Zone, what's up? What's up? Whitaker suck. You are a beast. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. That's so crazy to say. Usman would be Izzy today. No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. For one, they're way different fighters. So, no. Usman's striking's really bad. The only person to out wrestle Izzy was Drysis, and he overwhelmed him. Izzy is one of the worst champions in UFC history. One of the worst. Go away. One of the worst? No, Strickland's one of the worst. What are we talking about? Did you hear about Colby Rodriguez? I did not. I did not. That's interesting. Colby's absolute trash. Absolute trash. Quick question. What the fuck are you talking about? DP had too much of a tough time with Izzy that it exposed him? Tough time with Izzy. I'm Evolved got mauled in the first round with Izzy. And I'm Evolved still came back and beat him. That first round wasn't even really competitive with Izzy. And I'm Evolved won. Dryce has lost the first 2 rounds against Strickland, came back and dominated him in the next 2 fights. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Well, completely different weight class. Strickland wasn't the same fighter he was in this weight class. But okay. Who do I got for the main event? Drysis, Duplessis. Answer me, do you need? What? That's so stupid. Imavov is also mid though, and he still knocked Izzy the fuck out. Hey, I went 12-0 on that card. I predicted he would knock him out. You're not telling me anything. I don't think Imavov is mid. You can't be mid and be a top 5 fighter. It's not how that works. It may be hard for you to realize that, but yeah, Drysis. Izzy had a war with Calvin. So? The fuck? What are you talking about? So? That means nothing. What? You can't have tough fights? Colby went to war with Usman in the first fight. What are you talking about? Did you hear about Grant Dawson versus Michael Chandler? Who do you have in that fight? Ooh, Grant Dawson. Michael Chandler still has decent striking and good power, but Grant Dawson is a good wrestler. Imagine the things Hamza would do to Kelvin. Well, I would hope so. That's stylistically a terrible matchup. And also, two totally different, completely different fighters. Kelvin Gastelum was really good back then. He's not good anymore. Kobe gets bitched? Yeah. Favorite map glitch, city out? What? Mid? Sup? Yeah, you're right. Hamza, that's the first thing you've said correctly. Hamza would destroy Calvin. Hamza would ragdoll Drysis. Nope. He's going to get beat up. Watch. He's going to get smashed. Smashed. Colby Covington would outstrike Calvin in his prime. Let that sink in. I doubt it. I doubt that. In Calvin's prime, no. I think Drysis wins. Oh, Nate. He does. Does Hamza have a chance early? Yes. 100% yes. But you're not going to, unless you finish him early, maybe he does. Unless you do, though, you're in for a rude awakening. Also, Kelvin used to have really, really good footwork It's gone now, but he used to have really good footwork. Hamza could win a decision. He still took Usman down in the third. Um, just because you take someone down doesn't win you a fight. I know judges scored it for him, but judges also scored some shitty fucking fights. Also gave Tai Tuivasa 3 rounds. Let that sink in. I don't give a shit what judges scored. Don't care. He didn't do nothing after that first round. And Usman got off the couch. So get prepared for Hamza decision. Wise up, you judges. Decision? Hamzat's not going to any decision. DDP for the win. Let's go. Sup, dude? Where you from? Indiana. I don't like this matchup for Pico. I do. You should, Eric. You should like this matchup. Lerone has good footwork, decent striking, but Pico has really good wrestling, good movement, good combinations, and big power for that weight division. Who do I have this weekend for the main event? I have Drysus. Dreykus. 100 gift. I'm not necessarily sure what that is, but I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I don't really know what that does, but I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sup, bro? I hate you. What's up? Hate me with what? Appreciate you. How do you see Dryce beating Chimaev? Chimaev going. I see Chimaev because like some people are like, oh, he took his time with Whitaker. He shot in 13 seconds in. I mean, that's just craziness. Oh, I appreciate you, Brandon. Thank you so much, man. Um, but I see Drysus doing what Drysus does, getting taken down, staying calm, trying to reverse him, picking his moment, and then reversing him and beating him up. Some ground and pound, some elbows, and then as Chimaev gets tired, Duplessis with some a lot of pressure, a lot of combinations, some awkwardness, and beats him up. I even see a point that Dryces could take him down and beat him up. Pico has 2 heavy hands for Mr. the Englishman. Yeah, and I also think it helps him that it's kind of short notice for Lerone, for both guys. People are picking Dryces to seem edgy and hardcore. I might sleep during the main event. It's literally shoe in and grabbing Tatora for us from Hamzat. I'm not picking him because it's edgy. I've been saying it for a long time that Dryces would beat Hamzat. That doesn't make any sense. I don't pick my picks to be edgy. Go watch GDP fights when he is in the. See, he choked out a lot of people. Yep. You look like a Jack Swagger and Khalil Muscle had a baby. Zone, what's up? I cannot wait. Down, you crazy man. Chimaev is master of takedowns. He got taken down by Gilbert Burns. What are you talking about? Against the cage. He also got knocked down by Gilbert Burns. Yes, Gilbert Burns is good, but still. And I also thought Gilbert Burns won that fight. So should Pantoja move up? I don't think he should move up, but I definitely think he should fight Marab. I would love Pantoja Marab. That's a tough fight for Pantoja later. Early, it's fun. Chimaev is a wrestler. I can't see Dryce is taking him down. Gilbert Burns is not a wrestler, and he took him down against the cage. So, no. Definitely could. Dryces has really good takedowns. Really good takedowns. Fight week, let's talk main event. Let's talk. Let's talk about the main event. Wow, everyone picking DDP is lying to themselves. Terrible takes. Blink copied like Burns won. Oh my god, dude. All right. Guess I'm even more confident in Hamzat after all the coat pickers. Okay. I'm coping over what? What are you talking about? I'm in Chicago? Hell yeah. Are you going to the fight? Coping. Can you see a world where Hamzat can win a decision? No. With his style? No. No. He barely went 3 rounds with Usman and Burns. So no. Absolutely not. No. Also, Chimaev is very hittable. He gets hit in his fights. Lying to themselves. I've been saying Dryces would beat Chimaev for months now. So crazy. RDR versus Strickland thoughts. I think RDR beats Strickland up. Strickland's decent at range, but if RDR could get in close, I think RDR submits him or just does what he did to Whitaker to him. Hamza got a hell of a chin though. Don't know if DDP can finish him. I mean, I don't. I mean, is his chin that good? He's only really been tested with his chin against Burns, and Burns dropped him very badly in that matchup. So I don't know if his chin's really been tested besides that one fight. And I think Dryces has more power than Burns. And again, his cardio is crazy. His output is wide. I think he threw like 500 punches in the first Strickland fight. That's just crazy to me. Chimaev has won the last 2 decisions. I can see it. Well, he's won 3-round decisions. Neither one of them were 5 rounds. So, no. And Dryces is much better than Burns and Usman. That's fair, but again, Dryces is better than Usman and Burns. And those are the only decisions he's been in. I thought Usman won 2 and 3 against Hamza, to be honest. So did I. Dude, you seem like a new MMA fan. Nope, been watching MMA for about 20 years. So, no. Not new even in the slightest. Thoughts on BMF? Should there be one every weight or just get rid of it? I definitely don't think it should be one every weight class. I think that would be ridiculous, to be honest. What are you going to have? A BMF, an interim, and a champion? That just doesn't seem right to me. I like what Max does with the BMF belt. I think that should stay. But I don't think it should be like you keep creating it. I just don't know. I don't like it. 20 years and you saying Dryces would take Chimaev down? Come on, man. He will. He will take him down. He will reverse him on the ground when Chimaev is on him. He will beat him up. That first round's going to be tough. We all know this. You're telling me good wrestlers don't get taken down either? What the fuck are you talking about? Or the good strikers don't get outstruck? What? It happens all the time. All the time. They also said Usman had impeccable wrestling defense, and Colby took him down. Lolita, what's up? Right, right. I doubt he takes Hamzat down, but he's definitely going to try. I can see Dryces making Hamzat hesitate with his sub attempts when Hamzat wrestles. Absolutely, I agree, but he will take him down, especially against the cage. Dryces has really, really good, like back takes, really good takedowns from the back, trips and stuff. And when Hamzat's tired, Dryces gets better. Of course, Duplessis takes Chimaev down. Yes, you should. Who should Usman fight next? Probably somebody like, for a number one contender, either Brady or Shavkat. I think Shavkat should fight for a title, but Usman versus Bilal, that fight I don't think is very good. Bob, what's up? Drakus is strong like ox. Yes. Yes, and he's awkward. That's the biggest thing. He's awkward. DDP strong as fuck. He doesn't need the best wrestling. DDP wrestling isn't good as Hamzat, but he's stronger. 100%. Usman versus Bilal, only interesting fight for him. That's not true. Bilal is not an interesting matchup. Shafkat's more interesting. Brady is more interesting. Bilal is not an interesting matchup. Stronger than a wolf. Appreciate you guys being here. Subscribe if you're not already. Super chats are the name of the game. Thank you guys so much. Either way, for your support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Usman Bilal. That's crazy, great Garrett. You, USA in this hoe. What's up, Juice Man? What's up, buddy? We're chick. We're all sick. What? Why do you, Garrett? Why do you think Usman Bilal is the only interesting fight for him? Because they're two wrestlers. Let me know. What did you think of Fluffy performance last weekend? Absolutely incredible. Beat the dog piss out of him. And that's a fight where you know people were picking Roman because he was what, plus 300, plus 400, something like that? Of course, people were picking him because he's such a crazy underdog. But if you actually watch Roman fight, if you actually watch Hernandez fight, that was good. That's what should have happened. I don't know if I didn't think I picked TKO, which he almost got a TKO really, but I didn't see the submission coming. But I did see him finish him in the fourth round, which I called. Sick. Oh yeah. What's up, Juice Man? What are you talking about? 5 times 5 equals 5. Usman versus Bilal? Nah. No, 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 no. DC's second greatest fighter in UFC history, I really don't see, but John beating Prime DC. DC is not the second greatest fighter in UFC history. That's fucking wild. That's crazy. Wow. Saw the new Superman movie? How was it? Because of the storyline and the fist fighting during the podcast, fist fight during the podcast, and I think he beats Bilal. I think he beats Bilal too, but Bilal's most exciting fight was his last one. He kind of got beat up in that fight. It really wasn't close. Juiceman on that juice. Good. I keep hearing it's good. How would Izzy versus Strickland rematch go in your opinion? Same as the first one. I want Izzy to win, but Strickland probably beats him. I hope Strickland gets flatline KO'd. I'm so tired of him. Lolito thinks he's. I saw Happy Gilmore too. So did I. Not great. I love Adam Sandler still. That'll never change. I like seeing him on screen. Did not like the movie at all. Did not like it at all. Not even a little bit. John Daly, yep, John Daly was in it. You like Sean Strickland? Not even a little bit. Happy Gilmore 2 was funny. Watched it 4 times. Shooter made it funny. Yeah, I just have an issue because in that first movie, which I'm not really a big Happy Gilmore fan of the first one. I kind of prefer like Reign Over Me. Even Just Go With It. That's not going to be a good opinion. I'm sorry, but that's just what I prefer of his movies on that. I like Billy Madison, but not as much as I'm old when I'm older. But I just with such an iconic character like Shooter, and they fight for a second, and then they're just good friends after. That just kind of rubs me the wrong way. Shooter was funny. He was funny though. Who should Izzy fight next? Personally, want RDR or Hernandez? Hernandez would be a lot of fun because he's a decent striker with a lot of pressure, and Izzy still has good power, so that's a fun fight. I think Hernandez's hardest fight, honestly, is somebody like MVP or somebody like Jared Cannonier. That to me is probably his hardest fight. You see how they're apparently booking Asu versus Alan Bayoff. Oh, Asu versus Kai Kara France. I hate that fight because I don't think Kai's very good. I'm sorry, I just don't. Yeah. Yeah, the end was cringe though. I hated the swing, the golf swing or whatever, of them taking that piece out. I couldn't stand it. Such a cop out. The rest of the movie was okay. Shooter again was hilarious. Yes, I thought Adam was good, even in like the drama parts when he was an alcoholic. I thought he was good. People fail to remember that he's not actually a good actor in drama movies. We just don't see it too enough. You know, that's what it is. I heard you like your coffee, Shooter. Do you? Shooter had me dying when he thought the coffee. Oh yeah, threw the coffee. Yeah, in his face and ran it away. I think Islam beats Jack. So do I. Usman beats Bilal, and I'd love to see Usman versus Makachev. Wanted to see Khabib versus Usman, but obviously retired. Yeah, I agree with everything you've said. Agree. Jared versus DDP was the hardest fight in the UFC. Is his hardest fight? I don't think so. I don't think so. Jared has been getting hurt more in his fights, his last few fights. Basically KO'd in the Kai fight, got beat up, dropped twice in the RoboCop fight. Um, um, there's another fight he also got. Oh, in the Imavov fight, obviously got hurt multiple times. Ilya is better than Armin? Not yet. It's not even close. Okay, back to MMA. So O'Malley's lost to Jan. I don't care what anyone says. Close fight. I thought it was close. I thought Jan won it because I thought he had a little bit more damage. But it was a good fight. Who do you have, DDP or versus Potan at 85? Well, it's interesting because like Potan, obviously a really good striker, good power. DDP is going to overwhelm you. I think Potan could catch DDP. I think he has the best chance to KO DDP, but I just don't know how Potan does in the later rounds with a style like DDP's. Is Hamzat can't beat Drysis? Do you see being the one to finally dethrone him? Oh, who do I see beating Drysis? RDR or Hernandez. Apparently they're doing Shavkat versus Michael Morales. No fucking way. Really? Maximum at 185. Drysis beats the shit out of him. Interesting. Do you think the Korean zombie is good or just so-so? Korean zombie is awesome. Korean zombie. Chen Sung Jung, he was really good. DDP is about to get mauled in 2 rounds. I doubt it. I doubt it. RDR is not beating Drysis. Okay. Okay. What do you mean, Brandon? What do you mean? Appreciate you. RDR not yet. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you, Brandon. What Down syndrome? What are you talking about? Bro, I promise there's levels, and DDP has no idea the levels he's about to experience. Again, will Chimaev get him down? Oh, yeah. Will he beat Drysis? Oh, no. Thoughts on Pico Murphy? I think Pico wins. I think he wins. Let me make sure my phone's not going to die. No. 16. How does Sanya suck? That's crazy. You cannot like Izzy, fine, but he doesn't suck. You have a KO win over Pereira, you don't suck. I'm sorry. Just not true. Who thinks winning Sean O'Malley or Song? Song Yadong, O'Malley. Better striker. Longer. Yeah. Izzy fights killers. Bro's an all-time great. Correct. O'Malley's probably pieces him up. Yep. Even if you don't like him, you still a fan. Correct. It's okay if you don't like him. Fine. Don't say he sucks. That's just ridiculous. Again, if you guys haven't already, slap that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Working my way up to 5,000. Appreciate you. Clay Guida is good. He was good. Fought so long. I think Adesanya is funny. Me too. And I also think he's very honest. He's a really, really good he breaks down fights really, really well. So yeah. Prime Yoel Romero versus Hernandez. Romero. I subscribe you, bro. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Remember 2, 3 fights ago when everyone said Dries has had cardio issues? Well, yeah, because you look at him fight Darren Till, not great. Look at him when he fought Brett Tavares, not great. I thought Tavares won that actually. Close fight though. I mean, there's been so many fights where he didn't look great. And then when he got his nose, oh, he can throw 500 strikes and miss 200 and still have good cardio. Okay. And then you just keep seeing it. Clay was really good. Yep. I personally loathe Izzy with all my heart and soul and cry tears of joy to every loss, but he's a good fighter. Correct. Did you hear about Jamal versus Jan? Who do you think winning? Jan. And I don't like Jan. I just think Jamal is not the fighter he used to be. Here's a hot take. Rose Namajunas is the most underrated and unappreciated fighter, man or woman, ever. I disagree. I think Pantoja is way more underrated and way more underappreciated. Same with Demetrius Johnson. I think Rose gets a lot of credit. It might be a little less now. She's in a different division. But if she was in the same division, she was champion multiple times, of course we'd be talking about her still. But she's in a different division. That's fair, though. I got Chimaev and I can't see fight going more than 2 rounds. I think you're going to be surprised. Do you know Roses Jr.? He's a beast. Of course I know him. Or know of him, yeah. Rose's career corrupted by her partner. Yikes. Who do you got in Charles versus Viziv? Viziv, because Charles got flatlined 3 months ago. I want Charles to win. I think he can win with his grappling. But, yeah. Yeah, DJ's 100% the most underappreciated champion in history. Best matchups that never happened. Ooh, Tony Khabib. Prime Cowboy versus Khabib. I would have loved to see Prime Cowboy versus him. Let me think. Fights that didn't happen. With John versus Tom, of course. Pereira versus John, of course. Poetan versus Pereira. Or not Poetan. Drysis versus Pereira. There's a lot. There's a lot. I want Charles to win. Oh, me too, 100%. If Rose beats Grasso, I think she can. Grasso's super overrated. She could be fighting Valentina sometime next year. If she slays the beast a third time, you got to put her in the female GOAT. Oh, there's a conversation we can have right now about that. GSP Silva, GSP John, Silva John, yeah, all of those. Hope you're doing well, Chris. Sorry, I spoke wrong. Derek Brunson was DDP hardest fight in the UFC. I think Brad Tavares, to be honest. I think Brad Tavares was his hardest fight. Go back and watch that one. Pantoja plus Morale versus Ankalaev, that'd be crazy. Prime Rumble, RIP versus Poetan. Ugh. Oh my God, talk about fucking fireworks. Talk about fireworks. Wow. Did you hear about the Gabriel Bonfim versus Burns? Who do you think winning? Come on, Burns. Fuck Gabriel Bonfim. Excuse my language. I'm very salty on the awful decision. Wonderboy won that fight. Not even competitive. Competitive fight, not even close. I think the second round, Bonfim won maybe, or the first round, Bonfim won. But Wonderboy won 2 and 3, something like that. I have a co-worker named Valentina. She looks like Valentina Shevchenko. She even speaks Spanish, Russian, and Romanian. Jesus. By that logic, Topuria only fought washed-up lightweights. What? No, because Volkanovski is not a lightweight. Just because he had a couple fights there does not make him a lightweight. That's just the reality. Also, he was severely compromised. Islam or Topuria? Islam. Islam. Can Topuria win? Yeah. Volk has Duplessis. Let's go. John or Tom? John. Greatest fighter of all time, baby. We're not talking about his personal life. We already know the bad shit. We already know all that stuff. As a fighter, the greatest fighter of all time. Who do you have up? GSP versus Poetan? Oh, GSP all the goddamn day. He's shooting a double leg on Poetan so fast. It's not even funny. But also, He wouldn't fight Poatan at 85. That's crazy. Okay, I have asked before. Islam versus JDM. Islam. I would go John, but I have a gut feeling for Tom. Okay. If you really look at who he's fought, he hasn't fought anybody good. He hasn't really been tested. Is he a good fighter? Yes. Is he fast? Yes. Is he powerful? Yes. We don't know much about him. Don't say, well, he's knocking everybody out. He's fighting bad fighters. The heavyweight division is a bad division, has bad fighters in it. Beating the guys there, that's not great. In the division that you get 2 big wins or a big win in the heavyweight division, big knockout, you're fucking fighting in the main event. Look at Teixeira, who just fought Derek Lewis. He had 1 fight against Justin Tafa, who's not good. Look what happened. He gets starched. I'm going to put all my chips on John, who studies fights and all that stuff. Yeah. Prime Juice Chael versus DDP. That would be fun. That press conference would be incredible. But DDP. It might even be like the Anderson Silva thing. Who do you think is winning, Josh Emmett or who? He can only fight the people who... Again, I agree, but that doesn't make him good just because he can only fight the people that's there. He could be the dude that really don't know. Well, hearing about it and seeing it's 2 totally different things. Mike Pye was said to be this incredible training in the gym fighter. Never seen it. Prime Chael, Duplessis. Who do you think is winning, Josh Emmett versus Dan? Okay, 50K. Emmett. They already fought. John all the way. You cannot like him as a person, but you cannot compare Tom and John. Correct. 100%. Yes. Remember when 48-year-old Herschel Walker went 2-0 in Strikeforce? Dude was a tank. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Even got cracked in a second fight, too. But we don't know. Got cracked. What time do you go to work? I go to work at 2. Favorite Strikeforce moment? Ooh. Dan Henderson winning the title, beating Fedor was awesome. Favorite Strikeforce moment? I really like Scott Smith in Strikeforce. I thought he was awesome. Paul Daly was good in Strikeforce. Ooh, Paul Daly, Nick Diaz. You can say that we don't know. The evidence suggests Tom is a beast. I mean, no. It suggests that Tom is fast and has power. 2 p.m. E2, yeah. Yep, 2 to 10. I want to see the fucking fight. Tom versus John will be a top 5 highest selling ever. Maybe even number 1. Diaz versus Mayhem Brawl. Yep, I remember that. That was crazy. Marcus McGee versus Talbot. Who do you think is winning? Talbot. A little bit more well-rounded. Very tough fight, but I think Talbot is a little bit more well-rounded. I have trouble going to sleep. Me too. Me too. Tom vs. John wouldn't even be a top 5 pay-per-view. It's not true. Yes, it would. Yes, it would. I think like Hamzat, there's something to be said about fighter. We don't need to tire you out to finish you. And that happens consistently. That's a sign of a rare person. I don't understand that. Because the only way he beats DDP is if he bullies him. I don't think he's going to bully him. Will he take him down? Yeah. But just because he takes him down doesn't mean he's going to win. Who do you have, Sean O'Malley or Brock Lesnar? Lesnar. I think Marcus has more fun, and I think he might knock him out in the second or the third. Okay. Talbot has good strike defense, but okay. They do things most people have to tire you out to do. Okay. Look at the numbers for the top 10 pay-per-view events and then tell me John Jones is going to sell. John Jones versus Tom Aspinall is gonna sell. That's gonna sell. We're not talking about individually, but that's gonna sell. What is the best card in UFC for you? I mean, card I've been waiting to see the most is this one. I'm so hyped for this one. John has never been a draw. Nope. He's still the greatest fighter of all time. Yeah, pay per view. Pay per view is weird because like my Demetrius Johnson, in one of the best fighters of all time, not a sell. GSP, not really a sell. I mean, who was it? I think, God, who was it? Why am I forgetting his name? Connor did it. Ooh, Brock sell. He was a pay per view star, which makes sense because of the WWE. But Connor, you know, DDP versus Bugs Bunny. I asked you the other night about Taporia versus Prime Aldo. Who would like to hear more on how you think that fight would go? Well, I would be rooting for Aldo. And oh my gosh, see, a lot of me want to say Aldo because if it's Prime Aldo, he's using his kicks. He's really not hittable early. I would have to go to Poria just because it was known that Aldo was the best three round fighter in the world, even in his prime. So I'd have to go to Poria in the later rounds, almost like the Petr fight. But I'd want Aldo. Unemployed UFC fan assemble. GSP was absolutely a draw. Yes. Oh wait, I don't think he, because I believe on the top 5 list it's Brock Lesnar, it's Connor. I don't think GSP top pay-per-view UFC. Let me see. Okay, Connor. Wait, gosh, this setup is not good. Top 10. Yep, 194. Aldo versus McGregor. Usman versus Masvidal. Alvarez versus McGregor. McGregor versus Cowboy. McGregor versus Diaz. Lesnar versus Mir 2 at UFC 100. McGregor versus Poirier 2. Diaz versus McGregor. Poirier versus McGregor 3. Khabib versus McGregor. And that's it. So it's UFC 194, 251, 205, 246, 296, 100, 257, 202, 264, and 229. That's crazy. Pico Murphy, who do I have? Pico. DDP by Flying Brick. Ooh. Who's winning, DDP or Hamza? DDP. Did you hear about Henry Cejudo versus Montel Jackson? Not a chance. What kind of guns you have? What the fuck? As someone that trained, I always wanted to hear someone breathing heavy, especially bigger people, and I was able to maul them from there. To do with fresh trained elite fighters is crazy. That's fair. Duplessis, Murphy, and it happens every time they go out damn near. That's what I mean. That's a sign of a special human being, okay? What do you think of who's winning, Cejudo or Montel? That fight is not happening. Do you see John fighting Tom anywhere soon? Yeah. DDP by accidental headbutt, that'd be crazy. I think it will sell close to 1.5. Well, the highest one is 2.4 pay-per-view buys, 180 million. And that is McGregor Khabib. I think it's going to sell somewhere around, yeah, 1.5, 1.3, 90 million, 80 million, somewhere around there. Again, if you guys can, slap that like button. I appreciate you. Super chats are always welcome. Finally, someone who believes in DDP. Let's go, Muffin Man. If DDP don't beat Hamzat, I think nobody will. Okay. A lot of YouTubers believe in Drysis. Yup. Dreykus. Sorry, Dreykus. I was getting a lot of comments today from me saying Drysis, not saying Dreykus. Dreykus. Too many people want to see John lose. Correct. It's ridiculous. DDP will take it to a decision or finish him after round 3. Absolutely agree. And on the flip, person want to prove he's gonna win. Yeah. Who do you have? Cejudo, O'Malley? Gosh. It depends if Cejudo can get the takedown. I don't know if he can get the takedown. So probably O'Malley. Hamza beats DDP and Shavkat. Shavkat is a tough task. Tough task. What do you think of Mighty Mouse not fighting again unless it's 50 million? That guy can do whatever he wants. He's one of the best fighters of all time. Dreekis, we understand it doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly. Prime BJ Penn versus Taporia. Well, even Prime BJ Penn was still getting hit. I would want BJ Penn to win, but I think Taporia beats him. Probably finishes him. So Hudo retired? No, he didn't. Hamza too fast? Not true. Not true. I've been wanting to see Cejudo versus O'Malley. That's a cool fight. Yeah, I do agree. I want to see O'Malley go up a weight class. That's where I think he's at his best. Would be at his best. Prime size equivalent MM versus John Jones. MM. Who the heck is that? Whitaker Strickland needs to happen. I think that fight would be extremely boring. Extremely boring. Oh, I'm sorry, Mighty Mouse. That would be an incredible fight. Incredible. Gee, I don't even I don't know. That fight would be so fun. How do you think Prime Cejudo versus Pantoja goes? Prime Cejudo was absolutely incredible. I just don't know how anybody deals with that Pantoja grappling. We have not seen what Hamza can do after first rounds. Well, we have. Burns, Usman, not very well. I bet Hamza will win. I bet he won't. That should have happened instead of RDR versus Rob. I don't think so. RDR looked really good in that fight. Really good. Will Strickland is banned for now, thankfully. Thankfully, he is. Correct. Who do you have? Prime Dillashaw versus Pantoja? Dillashaw. People forget how goddamn good Dillashaw was. Pereira versus Liddell? Oh, Pereira. Liddell was way too hittable. He was known because he could take a shot. Pereira. It would have been brutal. Whitaker KO Strickland or Strickland point fights to unanimous decision. Points to unanimous decision. Prime. That's funny. Izzy. Dillashaw juiced Dillashaw. Yeah. He was on his death even he was knocking on the door, but yes. Wish the UFC would do one event in Japan with Pride rules and ring. I don't really want to see Pride rules. Like, it's cool if you watch Pride and stuff, but I do think like knees to a grounded opponent would be interesting because I think it would make fighters make sure they're not doing it. It's the same thing as like if a fighter grabs the cage, you take a point because they'll stop doing it. You take a point if they poke someone in the eye automatically because they'll stop doing it. Oh, also Roman's bitch ass grabbed the cage twice because he fucking sucks. Sorry. And GSP, I think GSP would take Ankalaev down. I think GSP would beat him up. Ankalaev's not that big. How do you think Muhammad Makaya versus Tachiru Taira goes? Well, Taira's a really, really good grappler. I would go him because of his submission skills. Hamzat only chance of the rear naked choke. Correct prediction of Tom versus Gan. That it is going to be a harder fight than people are expecting, probably than even Tom's expecting. I think he's going to expect to go in there and finish him quickly. It's not going to happen. Gan, good movement, decent striking as well. Going to have to defend some takedowns or even get up from some takedowns. But I do think Tom wins because he's faster. But Gan is not going to make that fight easy. Have you ever seen the Spring South rugby team? No. I've not seen that. Best submission of all time? Ooh. Best submission of all time? A nasty one, I believe, is Matt Wyman. Or no, Matt Danzig. And Joe Dirksen is a guillotine. Is a nasty guillotine. Best submission. Oh, DJ Rayborg. Yeah. Who do you have for Cody Garbrandt versus Ngannou? Ngannou. Hamzat is the smoothest striker, in my opinion, way cleaner. He can knock DDP out. Hamzat is not a good striker. What are we talking about? No. What are your thoughts on Kai Asakura versus Tim Elliott? I'm very worried for Tim Elliott. I think Kai Asakura knocks him out. Unless Kai is just not good. But I want Tim to win. Maybe DJ Armbar? Yeah. Taporia versus Islam? Islam. DJ Flying Armbar? There it is. I remembered it. I remembered it. Hold on, I gotta grab a charger for my phone. There we go. Guess I'll just hold my phone for 5 or 10 more minutes. There we go. Perfect. Ilya versus Islam and DDP versus Hamzat are my dream fights. Can't wait. Me too. I agree. I cannot wait. GSP versus Bisbee choke was in there. Yep, I love that one too. Also, Bisbee did well from the bottom. Brock versus Carwin was super unexpected. I agree. I think you could have stopped that fight for Carwin. I think a lot of other fights are stopped for less. But Brock showed how tough and durable he was in that fight. Bro, Hamzat got serious knockout power in the straight right. No, just because he knocked out GM3 doesn't mean he has big power. And his punches are fundamentally sound, unlike DDP. Yeah, but the unorthodox stuff that DDP does have makes him unpredictable. Remember Diaz versus Gomi and Pride? Of course. Absolutely. Absolutely. That fight was crazy. He was higher than a kite and he, Gogo plotted him? Gogo plata? Anderson Silva, Chael Sonnen was pretty crazy. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Look at the punch, though. There's way more car crash with a straight right. I mean, it was a good punch, but again, look who he's throwing it with. I like GM3 as much as the next guy, but his strike defense isn't great. Jones versus Machia choke was vicious. That was sick, too. He just dropped him like a sack of potatoes. Yeah, absolutely. What do I think about Paramount buying UFC for $7.7 billion? I think it's absolutely incredible. I think we'll get more eyes on the sport. I love it. I love it. You're going to be shocked on Saturday, mouth dropped? No, I won't. Even if he submits him in the first round, I won't be shocked. I said this. I've said it 1,000 times. His best chance is winning early. Looking at DDP in disbelief, he got finished in 2. I think if he gets finished, it's finished in 1. I think Goliath versus Paul Craig, that was crazy. Right at the end of the round. That was crazy. Yeah, best submission is DJ Rayborg. Flying armbar. Unbelievable. Oh, Roya Chonin, who flying scissored Anderson Silva. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Again, we got 23 people in here. Let's slap that like button. Super chats are always welcome. Appreciate you. Even 99-cent ones. Appreciate you. Anderson tapped immediately. Yes, he did. I live a grease-based lifestyle. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. It's good food for sure. Grease-based. That's craziness. Crazy. Yeah, all my fights on my breakdowns are all out. You can watch all my thoughts. The dry kiss fight, you can watch my breakdown on that one at least. You can see it. I'm so excited for that fight. Probably one of my most anticipated for the year. I don't think it's even close, to be honest. And we've had three incredible possible fight of the year candidates. I don't think this fight will be fight of the year because I don't think it's going to last long enough to be fight of the year. Man, GSP had Dan Hardy in some wicked submissions and couldn't finish them. Yeah, GSP and Dan Hardy did a video way later, a couple years ago, talking about all the submissions that Dan Hardy was in that he couldn't believe Dan didn't tap. Yeah, unbelievable. GSP was an absolute menace. I love Dan Hardy too. Who do you have? Kelvin Gastelum versus Leon Edwards. I would want Kelvin Gastelum to win, but probably Edwards. That'd be unless Gastelum can make adjustments like has talked about that he's gonna do. I don't see him beating Leon. I would want him to. And again, if Nate Diaz can hurt him, so can Kelvin. So let's see what happens. What the? Did you know Ben Henderson used to fight with the toothpick in his mouth? Oh, absolutely. Oh, Prates Chins Neal? Yes. I actually seen some people picking Jeff Neal to beat Prates. That's kind of crazy to me. I gotta be honest. But yeah, Ben Henderson fighting with a toothpick? Yes. And he absolutely lost the second fight with Frankie. Lost that fight. He did not win that split decision. No. No. Is it hard to get traction on MMA? YouTube, I noticed you stream later than most YouTubers. Most people have gone to bed at this time. Do you target overseas audience? No. No, it's just when I'm able to do it. The thing that I've noticed is the more you stream, the more it gets pushed. And it's not all the time. Sometimes it gets pushed more than others. Who do you got? Kelvin Gastelum versus Topuria? Topuria, that's crazy. I thought Frankie got robbed in both. Not the first one. The first one I thought Ben Henderson won. But I haven't seen that fight in a long time, so maybe. I also could have seen a draw with Aldo. The Frankie fight? Aldo beat Frankie. That fight wasn't that close, but interesting. Man, would have forgotten super fight Frankie Edgar versus Jose Aldo. Yeah, I thought Jose won from what I remember all 5 rounds, maybe 4-1. Why late streams though? I don't get home till 10:30. Spend some time with my wife, and then I stream. Yeah, Edgar didn't beat Aldo. Jared versus MVP. I don't know how Jared wins, which means he's going to win because that's what happens. But very tough fight. You look like you could hunt the shit out of some ducks. Appreciate you. It's the same thing with anything, sports fan. If you stream or do anything, it's just consistency. Just put in the work, stream every day, do whatever you have to do, be consistent, you'll find success. Shorts will help you too. What are MVP's chances against middleweight Alex Pereira? I mean, any time he's going to fight a striker, he has good chances. That's reality. Who do you got? Pfeiffer versus Bilal? Pfeiffer's not great. I think Cody Brundage got robbed. Cody Brundage got absolutely fucking robbed. What an awful scorecard that was. The closest round was the 3rd round. I still thought Cody won it. Is it true Hamza made out with a cheese grater? No, that doesn't even make sense. That's not what happened. Gotta really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you guys so much for the support. Kyle Imavov, I think I keep going back and forth on this one because it's such a complicated fight. Imov has good striking, but I do think the how Kai strikes is very long. Like he's a long fighter, but that's how he strikes. And I see because Kai mixes up the takedowns and the striking, I see Kai kind of controlling the fight with that. And I think he wins a 3-2 decision. Anthony Hernandez beats both. Ooh, I like it. Streaming is not my thing, although I can't stand a camera, but good job, man. I appreciate you. Remember Miguel Torres in the WC had a good solid run? I loved Miguel Torres. Actually, when he fought Brian Bowles, Blast from the Past, I watched it when it was live, when it was airing, and I couldn't believe the result. It shocked me. I think the first time I had been watching fights to where I was actually like, holy shit. Holy shit. What type of finish in this weekend's main event would you give a strongest? What? What is your UFC dream match? Tom versus John, so we can get Tom's fans to shut up. WEC was awesome. Yep. And also people forget that Frank Mir was a commentator on it, and he was awesome. He was so good. Diego Sanchez in trouble again. After the gun stuff, who do you have? 30 Dillashaws, Ngannou, John Jones, and plus Tom Aspinall. Ngannou, John, and Tom. Bully beatdown got me into MMA. LOL. They brought on Jake Shields one time on their episode. Yeah, that show was wild. They had Tyron Woodley on there. What? Jesus. Was never a big Woodley fan, but against nobody, this is crazy. Favorite Tito Ortiz dumb moment? Oh, goodness. Dumb moment was him versus Chael Sonnen. Also, that fight was awful. Also, if you watch that fight, you clearly see Tito Ortiz tap out. Clearly. Also, another dumb moment was the fucking Anderson Silva fight. A good moment by Tito was his press conference with Ken Shamrock. That was actually pretty clever by Tito. Canelo Crawford. You call that a beard? My beard was 729. What? What the fuck? Kobe Covington. How dare you? How dare you? What a stupid thing to say. Stupid thing to say. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Fluffy or DDP? The thing I worry about with Fluffy in that fight particular is the strength of DDP, but the volume, the pressure, and the consistent just go from Fluffy might do really well in that matchup. Pantoja Van, very close fight. Better on the feet, obviously, is Van. Better on the ground is Pantoja. I don't know how Van stops the takedown or the back control of Pantoja. Gotta watch it sometime. Trout or who? The fuck? Pantoja wins? I think so. Hamzat kills Duplessis? No, he doesn't. He's my new favorite fighter because his conditioning reminds me of Prime Tony. That's fair. That drop that he did with Roman was sick. Worst UFC champ of all time? Ooh, the Nico Montero. Her. Hamza will destroy DDP? No, he won't. He's gonna get destroyed. Who wins, Dryces or Hamza? Dryces. Sorry, Dricus. You're not gonna bully Dricus. Sucks to suck, buttercups. No way. I'm rooting for Frank Shamrock. He's pretty cool, pretty good rookie. That doesn't even make sense. How wins Duplessis? What do you mean how wins? Creative, better cardio, stronger, more physical. Drake has got to survive those first 2 rounds. He has to survive the first round, not the first two, first round. Heavyweight size Taporia versus John Jones. John Jones. If Hamzat don't get DDP in 2, it's if going to be a long night for Chimaev. 100%. Rico Rodriguez. The fuck are you talking about? Hamzat has to survive the first 2 rounds. Not Hamzat. DDP has to survive the first round. I don't think he's stronger than Chimaev, bro. Stronger in the later rounds, maybe. Well, that's what counts if Chimaev can't get him out of there. Know what round and how KO or 5 round? What? Arlovsky was a pretty short-lived champ. All of those guys back then was. Hey, here we are again. Here we are again. Yeah, Tim Sylvia was, Frank Mir was, all of those guys back then were. Randy Couture was, yeah. Arlovsky's still fighting like until last year. Yeah, he was fighting in that weird boxing thing. Love Forrest Griffin, but yep, love Forrest Griffin. Absolutely. Who wins, Dana or Joe? Joe. Playing UFC 5 at the moment, just chilling. Okay, appreciate you, Adam. Thank you for being here, buddy. Dreykus will take Hamzat to the deep water. Oh, yeah. Rico was pretty shit. Yeah, you're talking about the Seth Petrozelli KO'd him as well. It was a beautiful KO. Yeah, I remember him. He liked the booger sugar. Is this a MMA page? Yes, it is. Talking about UFC 319. BJ Penn versus Islam. Prime BJ Penn would have done really well with Islam, but I still think Islam would have won. Is the winner of co-main event going to get a shot against Volk? And will Volk beat them? I think Pico and Lerone are very, very good fighters for Volk. I think both could beat him, but I also think Volk could beat both. It's close. Alaski promoted because of his fan appeal? Yes. BJ is fighting with something for sure. Kimbo Slice, R.I.P. Who do you have? Prime Chia? What the fuck? I think Volk next fight is his last. Okay. If it's a bad one, I think he at least has 2. I think he would at least get 2. Get Lerone at plus money while you can, boys. I don't think Lerone's winning this, but maybe. He is a good striker. He has good movement, but Pico is a monster. And he's young. Islam versus JDM is 50-50 for me. Not for me because JDM still makes mistakes. How awesome was DJ versus Rodtang? Incredible. Isn't Volk waiting for either Yair or Mobzar, right? I fucking hope it's not Yair. He does not deserve a title shot. Mobzar, yes. DJ versus Rodtang was wild. Yes, it was. Pico is a beast. Yes, he is. He is an absolute beast. Yes, yes, yes. 100%. Guru versus DJ? DJ. His overhand right is crazy. Yes. I believe Hamzat gets it done. Fair, but I don't think so. Fair, but no. Mavzar, no, he's too unreliable. Canceled 11 fights so far. A couple of them are his fault, but I agree. Death sentence versus Taporia? Yikes. I'm currently making a post for my Instagram for Royval moving to 135 and fighting Rob Font after his trilogy with Moreno and Noche. If that fight happens, awesome. I think Rob Font probably beats Royval. He has good power, good striking, but Royval could also outpoint him. So, interesting. Cupcake Take, Cejudo, Bisbing, Griffin, and Reyes made a commercial for those t-shirts that are supposed to fit really well. Yikes. Death sentence all day? That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Do you think Hamzat would beat Ankalaev? Yeah, I do. TOT Vitor versus Prime Vanderlei, Vitor. Not even close. Not even close. That something's not undefeated. He just got KO'd. What are you talking about? Actually, they are probably fought. I don't even know. I'm pretty sure they did fight in Pride. I think they did. Oh no, they fought in the UFC back in the day. Vitor KO'd him. Ran across the cage and KO'd him. Do you think RDR should fight winner of MVP versus Jared, or fight Hernandez now? I would probably think Hernandez. Um, there's an argument for Hernandez to fight DDP. There's an argument for RDR to fight DDP, but probably RDR Hernandez. Fluffy beats DDP Hamzat. Interesting take there. Okay. RDR should get one more fight before Hernandez. I don't think one more fight. Who would he fight? MVP? I don't know if he wins that fight. Vitor hit him with the 20 hit combo. Yes, he did. Ran across the ring with straight punches. I heard Volk versus Rodriguez 2 UFC Noche. Yuck. Yuck. How would Prime Bisbee do against top 5 today? Middleweight? I think very well. Very well. I think Volk is co-main to Jack and Islam. I agree, but I don't think Yair should get a shot. I remember Rampage versus Rashad. I wanted Rampage to win so bad, and he got dropped right off the rip. I was so upset. I agree. He did drop Evans in the third round, like I think against the cage, but just couldn't finish him. But yeah, I was really wanting Rampage to win that. Volk is a winner in life. Yes, he is. Volk beats Yair within 2 rounds. Agreed. Even if Volk loses, he wins. Correct. Volk is a great fight analyst. He is very good. He is very, very good. That cat. Volk should retire soon. Why? He's doing well. He's champion again. Why should he retire? That's crazy. I don't want to see no Yair versus Volk again. Should count as a defense. I agree, but you have to count it because it's not Volk's fault. Exactly. Should DDP move up? No. No. Move down's a conversation. Move up's crazy. CTE? What? What? No. He's okay. Cool paintings. Appreciate you. If your cat swats you in the face, do you correct it? Of course. Of course. Volk 2 took a lot of damage in his career? Not really. Not really. The only fight he really took damage was the Lopez fight. He got dropped a few times, but still dominated really majority of the fight. And Islam getting KO'd. Usman would beat JDM. I agree. Who's Colby Covington going to fight? Retirement home. Do you think Tim Sylvia could hang with any of today's trash heavyweights? Not John, obviously. It depends. Like Marcin Tybura, yes. Sergey Spivak, yes. That's probably it. Diego moves up to lightweight. Interesting. I don't know how well he would do at lightweight. Got to be honest. My biggest opponent right now is Salt Poppy trying to fight my boy Tony. There was an interview today where he was talking about Tony Ferguson, Salt Poppy was, and he was like, he's still Tony Ferguson. I was like, you're boxing him. You're not fighting him in an MMA match. I mean, what? Tim wouldn't last at all. I think he would against some fighters. Anthony is dangerous in that middleweight. Yes, he is. Who's your favorite fighter right now? Ooh, right now. I don't know if I have one, to be honest. Favorite fighter of all time is Cowboy. Heavyweight division was terrible during those days. Yes, it was. At least in the UFC. Gio. Mobzar beats Ilya at 45 and 55. No, he does not. Mr. Brock Lesnar heavyweight time. Ooh, no. No, 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 no. Volk should retire so he doesn't end up like Tony. He's never going to end up like Tony. No way. I mean, I guess Brock heavyweight time wasn't bad because like Shane was there, Kane was there, JDS was there. So I mean, yeah, you're actually all right. Prime Big Nog versus Prime Glover, even though the Prime was at 40. Oh, Glover, Glover. I thought I thought crossed my mind if Yair was champ and Corey beats Mirage, would Sanhagen and El Pintorito be a great fight? I don't think any fight with Sanhagen's a good fight. I gotta be honest. Now, Diego Lopez versus Yair would be fun. Your favorite fighter will be Fluffy soon? Okay, I like Fluffy a lot. Roid up. Yeah. Dan McGee. Oh my God. The guy that Tim Sylvia knocked out. Tony got to be the most overrated lightweight ever. How dare you? El Cucuy in his prime was awesome. So good. Fluffy. Anthony Hernandez, who just beat Roman. Again, I appreciate you guys being here. You don't like Sandman? No. Sanhagen? No. He's overrated. Is he a good fighter technically? Sure. Favorite fight pre-UFC 200? Ooh. A really good fight I like is Frank Mir, Big Nog when he Kimura'd him. I love that fight. Favorite fight? I mean, Max versus Dustin, the first one's great. Kelvin versus Izzy is awesome, one of the best ever. Dan Henderson, Shogun, really good, 1 and 2. Dan versus Hector Lombard was incredible. Yeah. Lesnar had monsters. Czech Congo, Herring, Crow Cop, Gonzaga, Kane, Overeem. Czech Congo really wasn't that good if you look at his resume. Herring, Crow Cop also wasn't great in the UFC. Gonzaga, Carwin destroyed Gonzaga. Kane, Overeem, yes. Who do you got in Kai versus Narsadine? Dude, I keep flip-flopping because of the potential on both of those guys. Oh, probably Kai. Sanhagen be popping people's knees. Ugh. Sanhagen should have gotten the win. Cody on Garbrandt and went deep with Umar. Okay. Kind of dirty, but not really. Well, I mean, it's Figgy's fault. What the? Why are you still going for, like, you're getting punched because you're going for submissions, you dum-dum. I hate it. Dan McGee was just a big dude who didn't know how to fight. Correct. Oh, Lawler Condit. I love that fight. Lawler Rory. Lawler Condit, to me, is an awful robbery. Shane Carwin was a beast. Yes, he was. Hooker Poirier, incredible Apex fight. Very good call out there, Frankenstein. Good call out there, also. Plug. Tank Abbott Cabbage was hilarious. Kimbo Slice versus Tank Abbott. Hooker versus Umar. UFC debut. No. Hooker, did I fucking forget that Dan Hooker fought Umar? No. Oh, you're talking about Usman, aren't you? Talking about Usman. Yeah, you're talking about Usman. Okay. I agree. Bob Sack Kimbo. Oh, chemo. Yikes. Lawler was the god in the war title reign. Yes, he was. Incredible. Butterbean Cabbage was the real matchup. Yikes. Usman, I believe, is what he meant. Okay, yeah. Butterbean fought Cabbage. Usman is a nightmare for the lightweight division. Can be. Dan Hooker be putting on backward brawls. Yes, he is. Those videos are fun to watch. Loved it when Bigfoot knocked out Overeem. That was crazy. And Overeem was winning the first 2 rounds. He was winning before that. But yeah, that was a big moment. I love the walk-off that Kane did with Bigfoot. That was incredible. Usman could never make 155. We're talking about Nurmagomedov from PFL. Ty versus Derek needs to happen. Ty Tuivasa versus Derek Lewis. Is that what you're talking about? Have you seen Ty these days? Overeem post roids was never the same. He knocked out a. He was the first person to knock out Junior. He was very good. He got a title shot being off roids. He was maybe never the same, but technically he was so good. He knocked out Mark Hung with a knee in the clinch, put him out cold. Derek above Ty now? Oh, he should be. Yeah, Derek would kill him. Horse meat over TRT were underrated, undefeated. Yes, they were. Ty is plus 350. He looks awful. Again, if you guys can, subscribe, like, comment. Super chats are always welcome. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Overeem destroyed Lesnar. Yes, Lesnar should have never been in there fighting, but yes, he did. Derek needs to get his back for his tie. Oh, they already fought. I keep forgetting about that. What y'all think about Turco Tokus? He's okay. Probably cannot walk across the room without gassing. Correct. Shout out to Vaseline ham sandwiches. Right. Ty is a good 300 pounds now, if not more. It's been a while since he's fought. It's been a while. Oh, gosh, he looks so bad right now. Rip Drysis. I think Drysis beats him up. Ty looks so out of shape. It's because he is out of shape. That's why he looks like that. I don't know why they don't have superweight division. There's barely enough heavyweight division. Why would they have a super? Drysis Duplessis is close. I don't think it's that close. I think the hardest part of the fight is early. He's morbidly obese. What do you think of Ngannou currently? He didn't show up for the PFL, so I think that's a little fishy. I mean, very cool what he did. I'm glad he made a lot of money, but a little bit overrated. Finally, someone with a sense of humor. I often get auto banned for Vaseline ham sandwiches. Hamzat is bigger, stronger, and better gas. Better gas, Super Clan. You're banned from going in the chat. What a ridiculous take. I don't know, man. Hamzat wrestling's crazy. For one round, sure. Hands up as champ. What? What? What drives us to win, though? TKO or decision. I mean, he could beat the shit out of him as the fight later in the fight. Gone. Okay. God ends up as champ knee TKO. I would love that. That'd be incredible. UFC needs a 165 division. That's fair. You related to Stipe? No. Joshua shut the hype down? Yes, he did. You really picked Corey against Umar? Yeah, it's the one time I picked Sandhagen. One time. Yeah. If DDP gets out of the first 2 rounds, he win? Correct. What do you think would a war between Yair and Zabit? Very fun matchup. Wait, they didn't fight. It was him and Jeremy Stevens. They fought twice. Yeah. Zabit, I thought, was a little bit overrated. Corey higher on-time list than Gaethje? Not even close. What are you talking about? No. No, you're not, Super Clan. You're good, buddy. Maybe Ngannou is depressed with what has happened to him in the past year. Maybe. Again, very sad stuff. My autocorrect is bugging me. You got Pico or Murphy? Pico. Hamzat has crazier pace, but faith fades if you survive, correct? Think Hamzat will get tired? Oh, he will. Auto-corrupt? Nah, bro, time to go. The go! He hasn't done anything. Tired or gassed? Zabit would have been champ at 45? No, he wouldn't have. Sandhagen over Umar, you fucking casual. Well, the only one time in my entire time of calling fights, I picked Sandhagen. He gets destroyed by Umar, dominated by Umar. I just overthought it. That's all it is. That's literally what it is. I've never been a fan of Sanagan, but I overthought it. I like Zabit. He gassed. Yeah, against Cater. Hamzat is going to strike the first 3 rounds and then going to submit him in round 4. The first 3 rounds, strike. Should Yan Xiaonan move up? Yes. Viziv Oliveira? Viziv. I don't like Oliveira's chin chances. Zabit would have been GOAT? No, he would not have been. 1 round of DDP and Boars will get us all heart pounding. Oh, he will. UFC screwed over Zabit. I don't know if it was the UFC. Yeah, I got Pico. Let's go. Zabit said, fuck this. I want to be a doctor. Yes, he did. Volk would have smalled Zabit. Yes, he would have. Picograms. Light heavyweight Rashad versus DDP. Oh, DDP smashes Rashad. People forget Zabit had no gas tank and faded after round 1. Yes, he did. Zabit was a force. Corey beating the tarred Marab. Oh, no. Marab's mollywhopping Corey. Rashad and his fake dreads. Fake dreads. Fluffy submits DDP. No. I don't think he would submit DDP. He might be able to TKO him or, win round 5 of a 2-2 decision. Zabit did have a gas tank issue. Oh, yes, he did. Rashad is high as fuck nowadays. You agree that Islam is better on the feet than Khabib? Oh, 100%. No offense, but is the UFC dying? No. I live in Australia, and I have heard it's not popular anymore as it was a few years ago. My mom, who lives in America, said Americans lost interest too. Oh, no. I love the UFC. MMA. I love MMA. Zabit had health issues in general. Yes, he did. Coming this soon after perfect stone void CT KO is a very bad move. Plus, Oliveira gets touched on the chin so much. Agreed. Not saying Viziv can't KO him, but this does not look good for Dubronx. I agree. Now Dubronx can grapple him, do very well with that, but I don't know. I think Viziv KOs him. Rashad Evans, he has fake dreads. He does. He does. Bogdan Guskov versus Jan Blachowicz. Jan destroys him. I'd want Bogdan to win, though. Who do you have in the main card, the main event? I have Dricus. UFC should just move Hamza to pound for pound number 1. That's ridiculous. He's done nothing. Khabib had better top control than Islam. Sure. Yeah. Did Rashad have extensions? That's crazy. That's true. I think Viziv absolutely dominates him. Unless he can get a hold of Viziv. But yes. John betrayed Rashad. I think it was a mutual thing. He beat the shit out of Rashad. UFC Paramount Agreement is going to save the UFC and relevant MMA as a sport, in my opinion. I love the agreement. I think it gives more exposure to MMA. I do love that. Top 5 MMA organizations. UFC, 1, Ryzen. Octagon, OSW, PFL, Bellator. Oof. Khabib would have been Islam if there was a world where they fought. I don't know if he would have, but maybe. Yes, fake like a chick. That's crazy. That's true. What's for Dan Hooker? 55. Let's do him versus Patty. Jesus. Khabib was special. Okay. Would you prefer Pantoja Marab for the BMF belt or Pantoja fight for bantamweight belt? I would like Pantoja versus Marab if he does anything. Hooker ducked Charles. That's what it seems like, but I don't know. Dan Hooker versus Arman makes sense after Gamrot fight, and Arman needs to get active to show he worthy of title fight again. I agree. I like that. ECW. I remember ECW, absolutely. Lopez versus Silva is going to be a banger for sure. Agreed. To be honest, Chandler's a perfect company man. He never says anything about the UFC. He's like a yes man just to be in good eye of Dana. Nothing wrong with that. Francis no show in PFL Africa because, he's still about fighters. Yeah. It's very weird why happened there. They said they were disappointed that he didn't show up as well. So I don't know. Yeah, if it's the depressed thing, then I understand. I don't know if they had a conversation about him showing up. I don't know the details. But it's weird. I just don't know. Ilya knocks Arman out in round one. I don't know about round one, but he definitely knocks him out. Lopez would start Jair. I agree. Unless Jair could keep the distance. But I think, yeah, correct. He doesn't care about anything. If he's depressed, that sucks. That's sad. What's your favorite Connor quote? Mine is partying is weakness for the soul. Oh, I mean, who the fuck is that guy's awesome? You know. Hamza versus DDP. Who do I have? DDP. Yair versus Zabit. I think Zabit would have won. Because I don't think Yair's all that good. Weasel is the worst prediction in YouTube. Really? Why? Last question. Who do you see winning the trilogy of Moreno versus Royval? Aren't they 1-1? They are 1-1 in Moreno. Appreciate you, though. Volk has top 5 ground and pound all time. Almost all of his finishes have come from the ground and pound, and many of his wins have been from dominant ground and pound. He's very good. I like his movement. He's good defensively. He does get hit, but he's good defensively. And there's no way Francis isn't depressed. He's gone through so much. I do agree. Yair Dukes. Ducked. Zabit. Didn't want no smoke. That's fair. He lost it. He has lost his light. Ooh. Best fight was against a washed up Korean zombie. And Korean zombie was dominating the fight until he was caught. Dominating it. AJ destroyed Francis. Yes, he did. How many chances do Max have in becoming lightweight champion? He probably has the best chance. Let's be real. It was 1-1 going into the third, and he was outstriking Taporia. If Volk fights Ilya again, he's better make it a grappling match. I don't think necessarily he has to do that. He has good footwork. Taporia couldn't touch him in the first fight, in that first round, and Volk was severely compromised. It was a great fight, yes. AJ showed boxing has always been first. Fair. True, Yair seems overhyped. Oh, he's overhyped. Who's next to give Chandler his next humiliation ritual beating? Oh, man. I mean, you could give him Dariush. You could give him Gamrot, you know. Jones said heavyweights are scared of Hamzat Chimaev. What do you think of that? Because to me, it's kind of assuming. I agree. I mean, I think it's a crazy thing to say. I don't agree. Yair is fun, but that's about it. More of a gatekeeper than a true contender. 100% correct. They should let Hooker beat on Chandler. Chandler has power and Hooker gets hit. Hamzat mauls someone like Curtis. Curtis. Bobby Green versus Chandler. Oh, don't do that. Hamzat is a monster. Get back for Hooker. Yeah, you talk shit. Yes, he does. Absolutely. Yes, he does. 100% correct. Does Gon stand a chance for Aspinall? Yes. He's good defensively, stand-up wise. He doesn't take big shots typically. He has good movement. Yes. The question is can he defend takedowns? We'll see. Chandler does need a win, so Green isn't a bad matchup. Oh, it would hurt my soul. Tom would destroys Gon. Well, he's fighting Gon, and he's not going to destroy him. So. Jones praised Chimaev only because Chimaev praised him. I can't stand Jones' preacher's speeches knowing very well the type of person he is. Yeah. In the cage, he's the best. Outside the cage is something else. Gon survived Francis striking. Correct, he did. Hooker has such a bad defense and he lost to Gamrot. I don't think so. I thought he very clearly beat Gamrot, but it was a close fight. Francis striking isn't actually good. Correct. He just has big power to make up for his mistakes. You listen to everyone. Love you, man. Appreciate you, man. True, but Tom is far more technical. Francis is like the Deontay Wilder of MMA. That's fair, but Tom also gets hit. Can he take a shot from Francis? I don't think so, but that's fair. I mean, technically, 100%, yes. Chandler should move up to 170 and fight Colby. Winner gets a mega card. I think Chandler would destroy Colby. Julius Walker didn't win that fight. Absolutely, yes, he did. He won the first 2 rounds. Not even close. He only got stunned one time. But okay. He definitely won that fight. Rafael didn't do shit except the one stun in the 3rd round. And even after that, before and after, Julius was winning. That fight was not close. It's like saying Cody Brundage fight was close. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Chase Hooper will be the champion. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he. I don't think he would beat Taporia. So I don't know about that. I don't know about that. What the fuck happened to Shavkat? Injuries. Injuries happened to Shavkat. He's the future, that little bitch. I don't think so. Chase Hooper should move to featherweight. I don't. Wasn't he at featherweight already? I don't think so. Chase takes shots to get in the clinch. I don't know. Yeah, correct. I don't think he could beat Taporia. Yeah, he was at featherweight. Yeah, after Hamza, it's already our time. Okay. Okay. Arnold Allen could become champion. No, he can't. Arnold Allen is yikes. Has Francis Ngannou any chances of coming back? No. No. I don't think. I'm not a crazy fan of Arnold. I gotta be honest. He hasn't really done much to impress me. Yeah. Francis got paid. He's chilling. Correct. Correct. And, good for him. He got paid. Arnold, your boy. Okay. Okay. Only he's a bad fighter. Just he's a tidbit overrated. If Islam win the fight with Shavkat, be good wrestling, see how good he really is. I agree. 100% agree. Hamzat versus Burns 2 if DDP wins. Burns is not fighting Hamzat. Arnold Allen barely beat Giga. Correct. Bro, you are definitely Stipe's cousin. Stop the rage bait. There's no bait going on. There's no bait going on. Shavkat and Islam would be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Rage bait. What? I don't care. So, we need Murad versus Sean trilogy. No, we don't. You actually look like Jan. Okay. It's not terrible, I guess. Arnold ain't even the best fighter in the UK. It's Tom and Patty. That's fair. Does Shavkat beat Usman? Yes. I think Shavkat's Islam's hardest fight. What? No, fuck Polish power. I don't think Jan's. I'm not a huge fan of Jan either. Gotta be honest. You do resemble Stipe? Oh no. Oh no. Usyk the GOAT. He's very good. Paul Hughes, Max Holloway, Max Holloway. Mannerisms and everything? What? What? Jan is your guy. Okay. Oh. Not a bad thing. Stipe's the man. Okay. Test. Do you put Holloway ahead of Aldo? No. Holloway doesn't even do that. Until you pass all those record. No. Paziv would beat Bilal? I doubt that. But Stipe is like 6'4", 250 pounds. Correct. Correct. Low-key resembles Stipe and Roy Nelson combined. Ooh, okay, I'll take that. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Jan almost made Ankalaev quit. That's correct. That's correct, yes. I still thought Ankalaev won that fight. But you are right. Wade Nelson was the man. He was. He was very good. Resemble Aldo? No. No. Now he just wins, but Ankalaev wasn't ready to quit. He was hurting real bad with those leg kicks. Oliveira crazy taking that physique fight. I agree. But him, Ankalaev, Aldo. What about Aldo? Yeah, I don't. No. Does Hamza beat Alex at 205? No. He could barely stand. Correct. Pereira should lock in for his retirement fight. He's not retiring. Oh, and he's locked in. He's ready to go. I feel like when someone's ready to quit, they stop fighting back. I mean, he went in for takedowns. So, back to the tire shop. Back to the tire shop is crazy. Alex has a strange legacy of wins and losses. His losses are perfectly fine. His run's incredible. Alex versus Tom in the mega card, that'd be crazy. So Leon Edwards, yuck. I think Alex gets finished this time around. I do not. I think Alex destroys Magomed. Poatan returning with a vengeance. Yep. Muhammad Yahya, worst UFC fighter of all time. I think Nico Montana is worse than him. Shama. Let's go. Technically fighting back, he found a different route to victory. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Muhammad Yahya is the first Muslim I seen tap and quit. Okay. Okay. Alex's wife is a weirdo. No Shama. Michelle Waterson is the worst. Very overrated. Very overrated. For sure. And Goliath time. Yuck. Alex should not have had as much success against Ink. He just needs to use his jab more and not be afraid to throw. I don't think he was afraid to throw. Afraid's crazy to say. But I think he was hesitant because of the takedowns. And this time around, knowing he can stop takedowns, I think if he has more output, he beats Magomed. CM Punk starches Taporia. Yuck. Kevin Lee converted to Islam and quit plenty of times. Correct. Alex can't set up and folds under pressure. Folds under pressure? The fuck are you talking about? All those girls were promoted because of their looks. Ink was a nightmare matchup for Alex. I mean, yeah, I guess. All he does is throw leg kicks under pressure. That's not true. Khalil had him under. He was putting the pressure on him. He didn't know. No. It's not true. Bo Nickel bust. Shocker. He was way overhyped. Izzy versus Anthony would be awesome. That would be a lot of fun. That's Russell. What percentage chance do you give Alex to beat John? 10. Why did you leave Islam? Bro was the worst overhyped. Very overhyped. Does compare Khalil's pressure to Ankalaev's now? Don't compare. Well, I think Khalil's a way better striker than Ankalaev. That's 100% correct. If MVP wins, he should be booked with Izzy Dream matchup. I agree. Love that matchup. I don't know if that fight will ever happen, but I love it. Izzy shows MVP levels. Levels to what? MVP's a really good striker as well. What are you talking about? The Prophet's a weirdo, and that's a lot of non-Muslims don't know about Islam. Khalil did land some very nasty-looking shots at Pereira, but Pereira said they didn't hurt. Well, that doesn't mean anything. He still landed nasty shots. Ink is faster and stronger with more pressure. Ink is not faster. That's crazy. No, he's not. And he's definitely not stronger. What? MVP way too fast for Izzy. Correct. You look like a late Bray Wyatt. Oh. R.I.P. Bray. Incredible. Ink beats Aspinall? No, he does not. Aspinall beats the shit out of Ankalaev. Nah, definitely stronger though. No. 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 Power in his punches? Not a chance. No. I don't remember Khalil Roundtree getting swept, getting tripped to the ground, unlike Ankalaev. Mike, what up? To be fair, if Alex didn't keep main events popping in 2024 and new Ankalaev matchup was on the horizon, it may have been a different fight. Correct, Mike. You are right. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Pereira was wobbling. Asked about Ragdoll's Ankalaev. Yes, you overlooking Ink striking. Very, very solid and was putting Alex on his heels. I think a lot of that was his takedown threat. That's what he was worried about. The biggest thing with Pereira in that fight, he just wasn't throwing. He was waiting. Tom beats any fighter 200 pounds and above. Not true. And Ankalaev makes Aspinall his sheep. Okay, no. Roundtree versus Yuri. I think Yuri gonna cook his ass. I 100% disagree. Roundtree's a better striker, more power, more patient. Yeah. Aspinall merged Ankalaev. Aspinall's striking is insanely crisp and powerful. He's fast and has. I mean, if you watched him fight Curtis Blades, it's not that crisp. Only Yuri can stop Ink right now. That's fair, but I think Pereira was going to do it too. Pereira wasn't showing signs of wobbling when Khalil hit him. What are you talking about? He dropped to his knees. What? That's not true. Tom also has a strong jiu-jitsu background. That's also not true. He's been submitted in the past, and we have no idea how his ground game is. On his back, we have no idea. Yuri has more power than Khalil. No, he does not. No, he does not. Hill dropping to 185. What will weigh in when he goes to the cage? Is he dropping to 185? Is that true? What is your streaming schedule this week? Every night besides Friday, 12:30, about, give or take. I'll be live. Only Pereira has chance versus Tom. Okay. Yuri has way more KOs. That means nothing. Look at the quality of opponents that Yuri has fought. No. Yeah, he might have more KOs, but he has more fights as well. He's fought lesser opponents that he's finished. No. Name one of Khalil's flatline KOs in the UFC. What are you talking about? Gokhan Saki, who's a great kickboxer, flatline KO'd him. What are we talking about? Yeah. Yep. Who beat DDP in middleweight? What are you talking about? Outside of the octagon? That Robert, whatever his name was? Yeah, Johnny KO'd him a long time ago. Well before Khalil Roundtree became what we know today. Yes, Hill dropping to 185. Jamal Hill. Really? I like it. Hill knocked his brother's teeth out, and Hill been losing fights ever since. Yikes. Yuri has more power. I disagree. Reyes beat Alex. No, he does not. Saki was not out cold. Go back and watch the fight. He went out cold. He draws him with a straight and hits him with a hand or fist, and he goes out. Watch it. Okay, brother. Hope to catch you live tomorrow. Peace out. Appreciate you. Knockdown power. Okay. Reyes very well could. I don't think so. Yuri struggles with Glover. Oh, he struggled until he finished him. 100% correct. Gokhan switched stances like 5 times. It took Khalil quite a long time to go for it. What are you talking about? He KO'd Gokhan within like 2 minutes. Maybe 3 at the most. What? Let's see. Gokhan Saki. Khalil Roundtree, 136. What are you talking about? Yeah, but Ozdemir's all right. Ray is now is good, but then wasn't very good. Johnny Walker, yikes. With high IQ is the GOAT. Sure. Johnny Walker destroyed his own career by dislocating his own shoulder. I agree. Roundtree's still a fat boy inside. He'll break under Yuri's autistic pressure. Maybe, maybe. Yuri would fold Gokhan. Fair. Probably Frankie Edgar versus Volk. Frankie. And dislocation is brain. In the moment when Gokhan was switching stances. Yeah, and then he KO'd him on the ground. I'm not saying Yuri beats Khalil, but Yuri has more power. Khalil is more technical. Okay, okay. It's fair. Who is the biggest threat to Ilya at 55? Max Holloway. Khalil's a... What? No one likes Khalil. There's no reason not to like Khalil. Most overrated UFC champion, Jamal Hill, for me. For you? I don't think so. He tore his Achilles. You can't say he's overrated when he was coming back from a severe injury. So, no. Most overrated champion, Nika Montana, whatever her name was. Rashad, Lyoto. Yeah. Illuminati, what? Isaac Hurst is so big for flyweight, I think he will go to bantamweight as he gets older. That's fair. Killer started with the Hill fight hands down. Yes, he did. You know that grappling Smitty versus Mighty Mouse? Whew. Man, I wish he was still fighting. Shavkat, nice welterweight champion? Possibly. Khalil has 0% chance against Yuri. That's crazy. That's just crazy. Matt Serra, worst champ? Sure. Does Colby count for overrated? Oh, he's overrated. Line him up? Yep. Hill could be technical, but he plants his feet like a tree since his injury. I don't know, boys. Yeah, his injury really changed him as a fighter completely. It really changed him. It sucks. It really sucks. Matt got the belt once and never looked back. Yep. Islam Dultov is the UFC's #1 prospect. Yeah, I like his age. Noel Maker I like a lot, but he's 30. I don't like that. Tuesday, what's up, bud? Dultov beats Adam Figge, and now we're saying he beats the champ. Yeah, right. I'm not saying he beats the champ. I'm saying he's the #1 prospect. Yeah, I'm not saying he beats the champion. Probably betting the rent on Yuri. I'm not. That arm has never been the same. Arm? Woolmaker's 31. See, there you go. Well, Zahabi, the 37-year-old contender, it's very weird. Very weird. Oh, Jamal Hill's arm? Yeah. Wasn't the arm, was the fucking Achilles. Paul Craig should move to the UFC's BJJ. That's all he's got. I agree with that. Craig popped. Oh, Hill's arm. Yeah, he did. No, his arms are fucked up too. Really? I think since the Walker fight. Okay. He had this big hematoma. Did he get an infection in his arm? Possibly. I don't know. Who was better, Frank or Ken? Frank. Blocking kicks. There you go. Also, Yuri hits the books, so who knows how he will bounce back to camp level. That's fair. I just think with the chaosness of Yuri and Khalil kind of waiting, I just think if Khalil picks his shots like I know he can finish Yuri. Smitty submits guys that are 250. Yuri, a samurai and shit, right? Do you think Tim Sylvia deserves to be in the Hall of Fame? No. Guru size? No. Wish I had some cheesecakes. Ooh. Some cheesecake? I like cheesecake. Khalil has low testosterone. What? What? Tim had a decent run during the heavyweight can era. Yeah. Blueberry? No. Regular. Original cheesecake. Khalil has weirdly long legs. He does. He does, yes. Yes, he does. Or he just has his pants above his belly button. That might be it, too. I noticed that in the Hell fight. He did. Anthony Hernandez is the Cain Velasquez of middleweight. Dude, that's an incredible comparison. I think Cain had more power in his hands, but that might have been because of his size. But yeah, I like that comparison. Yes, since that Achilles tendon injury, it's so sad, man. It really sucks. Tim shit himself in the octagon. That's crazy. Prime Henry beats Volk. That's fair. Honestly, I think also Prime TJ does too. Honestly, Anthony Hernandez looks so small. He looked big in the fight with Roman, like tall wise. He should move down to welterweight. I don't think so. How did he nearly miss weight? He didn't nearly miss weight. I mean, what? It was half a pound. I don't really remember, but he weighed at 186. I don't think he was even close to missing weight. They gave you more than one chance to make it, so he didn't miss weight. You can't say, well, if they only give him one attempt, well, they don't. They give him two. Tim and Romero both shit themselves during a fight. That's crazy. Prime TJ was juiced to the gills. Well, we only know one time he was. I don't care. He was incredible. Yoel Romero versus Pereira. Romero, holy crap. Yuri gonna Prohaska all over Roundtree. Hose drinks have caffeine. Yes. Yes, it does. TJ is scumbag. I love TJ. So was John during the DC fights. Cody Garb downfall. Yeah. Prime Romero all day. Yep. Roundtree is such a Navy SEAL name. All right. Is there red 40 in it? No. No. Pereira, Romero versus Pereira exhibition in 10 years. I'd be okay with that. Dude, Romero will be in his 50s at that point. That's crazy. Pereira sleeps him. Jay, what the fuck are you doing? Alexander Gustafsson, most underrated fighter ever. There's an argument for it. I think he beats Jones in their first fight. There's an argument for that. I thought John came back in the last few and won, but very close fight. Gustafsson sends Khalil back to Super Clan. That's not a cool thing to say, but Gustafsson, I think, in his prime would beat Khalil, yes. Prime Gus beats any 205 not named DC or John. 100% correct. Romero is a specimen. He would sign that. You're right about that. Alex sleeps Gus. No, not Prime Gus, no. Again, we'll be shutting this down in a little bit. Appreciate you guys for being here. Super chats are welcome for the next 10 or so minutes. Appreciate you guys. That band speed run. Right? What's your prediction for the 19? Rich, I have a whole playlist, buddy. I think DDP and Pico for the last two. I'll give you that. Watch the videos, so let me know what you think. Do you watch boxing? I'm going to be watching the Crawford-Canelo fight. What's your main event prediction? I think DDP mauls Chimaev after the first round, if he can survive it. Gus' special awareness and timing was insane. Dude, it was... Him in his prime was incredible. Like, that combination he hit with Glover, incredible. Mike, with the $5. I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much, bud, ma'am. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good night. Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you, Gone. Thank you so much for being here. Yuri Nation. Okay. Okay. Appreciate you, Mike. Have a good one, buddy. Yuri versus Aspinall. I think Aspinall would flatline Yuri so fast it wouldn't be funny. Yuri versus Gano would be fun. Subscribed. Much respect. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. DC doesn't get enough credit. He was fighting monsters, walking them down and throwing them about like nothing. I mean, he was good, but I think he was still overrated because he never beat the actual champion in his division, and he got the belt, I believe, twice. and then gave it up as soon as John came back. And there's no form of DC that beats John. So there's a little bit of an asterisk there for me, but what he was able to do was good. Yuri versus DC. I don't know. I think Ankalaev just schools Aspinall. That's crazy. Aspinall is not 6'5" and has short legs. Okay, that it means nothing, but okay. Did Aspinall fuck what? 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 What the? The champ had to vacate due to being high. Sure, but he still never beat the champion and got the belt twice. So like you were the light heavyweight champion, but we've seen you lose to John twice. So like you were not the heavyweight champion because you beat the heavyweight champion. So, yeah. I think Aspinall had a late growth spurt. That's why he's a long torso. That doesn't even make sense. Once technically the other fight was scored as a no contest, but you can watch the fight. Like, what are you talking about? We watched him get flatlined. I don't care what the result says. We watched what happened. Aspinall is Dominic Reyes maxing. Yikes. Yuri vs. Kaluuya's most hype official fight. Okay. That fight is going to be awesome. All right. Well, I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. Aspinall will run through the heavyweight division unless John is there. But I do appreciate you guys. Dom Reyes' build is crazy as crazy. Whole lot of violence for Yuri versus Khalil fight. I agree 100%. But I do appreciate you guys. Subscribe, like, comment if you haven't already. I'll be live again tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for being here. For Ink to School, Ink Live would be require him to never get hit. 100% agreed. Again, subscribe if you're not already. On the road to 5,000. Thank you guys so much. Have a good night. Peace.